the president saying,
Yeah.
there will be no, this will not be a socialist country.
Also to add to Josh, thankfully we have Tucker Carlson, who's also dismantling the typical Republican
president saying there will be no
mantra of, hey, let's just not do anything, let's just ignore everything. Tucker saying, oh no, like look at this, this is what we're doing wrong right here. You know?
Well, the youth has a different wing of like social media outreach that's way different than the older generation. Like a lot of these guys are influenced by, you know, social media people on Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, YouTube. You know, it's like a far cry from the, you know, our parents' days that, you know, whenever they watch someone influential online, like it was mainly Glenn Beck, Bill O'Reilly, someone that was on, you know, local news or local politician, or, you know, Rush Limbaugh. You know, our generation is, you know, more interconnected. You know, we look at stuff online. It can even be someone that's, you know, streaming video games online and talking about politics. That's how.
That was so weird to me. PewDiePie?
PewDiePie. That guy.
I was like, I told my son, I'm like, okay, so tell me, why does PewDiePie have like 55 million viewers, and what does he do?
He plays, plays video games and
talks politics. And now
it's the new talk radio.
And now he's pissed off because the media's pissed off that he gets more viewership, and he did a whole spoof on.
It's 82 million now. That guy,
82 million.
Yeah, that guy is going around, and we call it essentially, he's going around red pilling this young generation.
He is.
And a lot of them are following him. Yeah, they
and
came
it was
after him.
over a joke or something like that.
Yeah, well, he said something. Well, because he was playing like pub online.
Yeah.
He raged for a bit. I guess he said the N-word out of it, but then again, when I'm playing online, anyway, you can say anything.
But he also something with like that he was a Hitler.
I guess he said the N-word out of it, but then again, when I'm playing online, anyway, you can say anything.
But he also something with like that he was a Hitler.
I guess he said the N-word out of it, but then again, when I'm playing online, anyway, you can say anything.
But he also something with like that he was a Hitler.
I guess he said the N-word out of it, but then again, when I'm playing online, anyway, you can say anything.
Something with like that he was a Hitler.
And entertain them, and they'll go online and play at the same time to do the same thing he was doing, and they spread the message around, and that's how you see this wing of young kids grow into conservatives, because it's a huge networking environment that the right has never attempted.
Generation Z or X?
Yeah,
Z.
Z. Well, we call them Zoomers now, so
that's going to be the most conservative. Conservative. They're saying that's going to be the most conservative generation.
Oh yeah,
to come.
That's awesome. That's great, and I believe that because you have information. They have the information they didn't have before, and it's gone so to the extreme. It's like you have to just kind of things go in cycles.
Oh, yeah.
But you know, I think about it like this: like our parents, we grew up with strict parents, right? And then we didn't want to be the strict parents that we grew up with. So, and the ones after me were like way out there and tattoos and purple hair, do whatever you want. So we do the opposite of what our parents do. So these kids are growing up with parents that are like,
Weird.
Years. I've gone to people's houses and they're laying there.
Yeah.
16-year-old smoked the hookah and she's got a stripper pole in her bedroom and la la la.
Well, actually, a lot of the
Yeah,
kids.
no, really. So they're doing the
Actually,
opposite.
a lot of the kids, like basically rebelling, like you said, like so you have some liberal, left-wing Democrat parents who support abortion and all that stuff, but the kid would be a closet right-winger. Literally, that kid would be probably like at night lock their door, make sure the parents can't get in.
Puts his mother
They'll put
in
on
it.
headphones and listen to some right-wing.
Were we always like that? We're
Oh, yeah. They're always
always
like
like
that.
the thing that
You know.
rock and roll's bad, so
Oh,
we're
yeah.
gonna sneak rock and roll,
Yeah.
right?
And they tend to rebel against authoritarianism, and the left has become even more authoritarian over time, and it works. So.
Come join us, man. Come join us.
I wasn't gonna give up.
You know what? I'll copy the link and you can put the recording on
Let's
YouTube.
see, where you might have a
Yes.
better luck. Can they adjust it there? Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
So you can
nice.
Get in there.
We could even move it up.
Awesome. Okay, you know what, Terry, I just want to say, so you're, okay, this is going to be, it's our Republican National Hispanic Assembly, RNHA chapter, and you're going to meet February the 13th, that's next Wednesday at 6 p.m. That will be at the Arizona GOP headquarters, that's 3501 North 24th Street in Phoenix. There's a lot of room here, so if you'd like to, you can RSVP to Terry, and that's 01 TERESA, Teresa Mendoza,
Teresa
Mendoza at gmail.com. Okay, I'm not going to give your phone number out, but if you need information, is there a website they can go to or anything?
No, you can go actually to the RNHA Phoenix site that's up and running on Facebook. The national website, I don't know if they have us listed yet because we're not officially a
Not a
chapter.
chapter yet.
So the whole point of the first meeting is we need to get at least 10 of us there. If you're interested in becoming a voted in position or whatever, I think we need to elect 4 positions that night to become an official state chapter. And hopefully the Southwest rep, Michelle, will be there. She's guiding us. And what I love about this organization, it's established in 1968. And it actually it's an old organization. And it was part of the RNC, actually. Brought it out of the bilingual Republican factor. So they're not with the RNC anymore connected, which they say is a good thing, but they already have established relationships with this administration, and they're big on getting involved with the local leadership. So I'm excited.
I encourage you to go. I'm going to try to go. I've got something else going on, but either way, I will be involved in it, and we'll get our database together and get some Latinos out there, and maybe you guys would like to just go check it out too.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I want you guys to talk about too, on Monday, you're having a special meeting, right?
Yeah, we're having a meeting to get everyone more information about becoming a PC, so we can get them involved more in the party, let the kids know, let them, get them more involved than there is, because right now, to be honest, I didn't even know what a PC was till like summertime last year, and I'm a political science
Precinct
student.
committee.
So.
And actually, Josh and I are planning on doing it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm in the process, and I always tell people this, and this is how I recruit PCs, even though I'm not one yet, is as soon as they complain about the Arizona GOP, I said, well, become a PC, because honestly, the GOP is the people that put in the time. I'm not mad at the white older people at the meetings,
Mm-hmm.
the majority of them. So people say that like it's all white old people. Well, they're the ones that are sacrificing their time, their gas, they're volunteering. I mean, I just adore so many of them, and their commitment to save our state and this country is huge. I've had lunch with some of the best people
Some great people that
have been involved in years that tell me stuff, and it's just
and
wonderful.
they know the history.
They know the history.
They're committed.
Yeah.
They're so committed, and you guys can benefit. We need your energy and enthusiasm, and you can benefit from their wisdom and knowledge. I mean, what a great team.
We got to become the party. That's the only way to change it. Right?
Oh yeah, and we're starting to see it now. And you already see the rebellion against Trump that they're doing, and it's like good. I want more of it. I want more people like Jeff Flake to start fleeing to CNN for refuge, to be like, they keep on taking over the party. They keep trying to implement conservative values and MAGA values that we never could. I want more of that.
Because it's our duty, before it's too late, to reform the GOP as soon as possible. Because if we don't, then we're just going to go back to the same old...
it is a duty to make America and make the GOP great again.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. So I want to tell you, so that's Monday, February 11th. I've got here 6:30 to 8. You guys meet BAC 201. That's 400 East Lemon Street in Tempe.
Yes.
Right?
That's
Okay.
awesome.
Is parking an issue or anything?
Well, parking, you have to park in the parking structure. Problem is like $9.
$9.
Yeah, welcome to ASU, Michael Pro.
$3 per hour.
It's carpool,
So,
George.
Yeah.
that'll be $9 altogether. Yeah.
Or you can
Yeah.
park a little further and take the metro, maybe?
Yeah, well, no, the Metrolink's a little far. It's like a mile away from
But
campus.
you know what the best thing you
So-
do is? Carpool, get 4 or 5 people,
Yeah.
then you can
Yeah.
split the parking, so it's only like a couple of bucks.
Yeah.
And then you'll have a bunch of people that go to your meeting, right?
Or you can park somewhere at Tempe Town Lake, get on the scooters and drive.
Oh, that's
Oh,
good.
There you go. Take the scoots. There you go.
Scooters are great.
That looks like a really good thing
Thank
to
you for
attend.
doing that.
Yeah, no problem.
Because when I read the articles on Kelly Ward, it was funny because the reporters would say, activists voted in far right, you know,
Oh,
activists.
God.
And what they don't understand is that state committeemen are voted in by precinct committeemen, which are just people. This is
Yeah,
how our
they're the
founding
people.
fathers intended. They we the people.
I voted for Kelly Ward. I'm a state committeeman, and that's what we do. So,
I know. I was begging everyone. I'm like, please, I don't want to go back to the Democrats. You think I'm kidding?
She was out there. She was out there.
Yeah.
Begging people. I'm like,
and I'll just say, so
They heard
she
you.
won. She had 633 votes, and he had 526. She won handily. Okay, so it wasn't like she just won by a few votes. She won handily. So I
Very
think this is a great
decisive.
day for Arizona. Yeah. So poor George. George's been behind the scenes trying to do technical stuff and everything. Now, I do want to say, unfortunately, the same night as Chair's meeting, our Republican Women's meeting is there, but I'm going to give this to you so in case you can't go to this meeting, maybe you can go to Central Republican Women of Phoenix on February 13th. We are going to be meeting at the Blue Water Grill. It's our new location, and that's at 6:15. And we're actually going to have Councilman Sal DeCiccio. I just talked to Phil Gordon the other day. It was having my head. Sal DeCiccio. So he's going to bring us up to date on all the issues. You know, we're fighting for light rail down here in South Phoenix. He's always talking about taxes. I feel like he and Jim Waring, the two Republicans there, they're really watching things for us. At least there's somebody there.
God,
But
it's
Sal's
terrible
always-
what's happening.
Yeah, he's always a great
Weak.
speaker.
Well, the council people are the ones that are raising the water tax, right?
We have water taxes going
In
on.
the next 2 years, I calculated. I'm like, oh my God, we need some yellow vests out in Phoenix.
Oh,
Actually,
God, yeah.
it was like a month ago, I believe. Me and some people that I know, we went to the Phoenix council meeting, and I went up there and spoke. And I told the council, I said, "This is not France. You are not Macron. Don't make the same mistakes." I walked away.
There you go. Do that. Man.
Ah, nice.
What about Juanita?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
When she's gonna be here? I know
Yeah, she's gonna be here February 25th. So she's coming. Yeah, we're bringing her in. So if you guys want, come on out. If you go to our Twitter account, ASU Crew on Twitter.
George
Yeah.
got us tickets.
Oh yeah, there you go.
We're
Yeah,
gonna be there.
yeah. So we're able to bring her in.
What is it again?
Juanita Broderick. So it's top.
February 25th?
It's February 25th. It's at 6:30.
Same place.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I think it's a different room
Okay.
because we've moved past capacity since there's a fire code and how many people can have in a certain room. So I think we
And I know she's
just
gonna have her books, so she'll be signing her books.
yeah, I think she'll be doing that. So we're gonna try to get that going, and we're gonna have her there. So she's gonna be answering questions about what's going on, talking about the Me Too movement. I guess we can. It's a good topic to have, especially now that we see the Virginia.
She talked about Bill Clinton.
Oh, let's see.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure. that's-
Juicy details.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
she's a good speaker, for what I've heard.
She's
Oh, yeah.
80 too.
Oh, yeah.
Really
Very good.
Oh,
Very
yeah.
nice lady.
Disappointed
Nice
with that
stand.
monster in the White House did. So yeah.
Oh yeah, she was the original Me Too movement.
Yeah.
Nobody would listen.
Oh yeah. Oh
Nobody
yeah.
would listen.
Light her off.
Nobody would believe her.
Yeah.
You know, no,
Yeah.
she's just some dumb.
Well, and that's the frustrating part is watching the double standards.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with what's going on with in Virginia or anytime something happens. For
Right.
example, David Duke endorsed Tulsi Gabbard, a Democrat. So I'm waiting for the press to start following her around and telling her, are you a white supremacist? When are you going to denounce David Duke? But it's not happening.
Well, I
It's
think-
double standards. When we have on video, he did an interview Trump years ago where he said he was going to run on the progressive ticket with Jesse Jackson, believe it or not. Back in the day, they used to kick it. And he decided not to because David Duke got in as on the progressive ticket. And he said, I don't want nothing. Matt, what's his name, did the interview. I don't want nothing to do with that guy. That's why I'm dropping out. So this whole thing that he's a racist and all, it's the media trying to scare you into voting for the Democrats.
And we have to
Don't
steal
let it
the
work.
James T. line that he stole from a listener that called and he said, if it
Mhm.
weren't for double standards, the
There,
left would have no
yes.
standards.
Yeah.
Amen on that.
Oh yeah.
Amen on that.
Okay, so we got all the announcements out of the way. Your deal. George,
Oh.
did we leave anything out?
Asian Festival this weekend
Oh, that's
starts tomorrow. AZGOP will have a booth there and we'll have PC forums.
And Saturday and Sunday.
And Saturday and Sunday. And if you want to sign up, go on the Asian American Coalition page. That's where they have the sign up for the event.
Where's the
Or
location?
just go somewhere in Phoenix. I don't know.
Yeah, I saw it. I saw it advertised.
Is it the one near the 202 and
It's the big
40th
one that
Street?
they have it every year.
Not far from the Serbian church. Is that the one?
Oh, I saw it. I can't remember. We'll,
Is
we'll
it-
try to put
yeah.
that
We'll
on.
post it. Yeah, we'll post it on our Facebook
And-
page.
But that's a great one thing. Just real quick, one thing that Republicans I think can improve on is just showing up to places.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just show up, you know. And people will be like, I wear my hat all the time, especially now that after the Covington boys. And I wear it because I was so angry. I actually bought a red hat, which doesn't look good on me. But anyway, but I wear my I like it. I wear my Trump hat, and you know what? We have to do that to change the narrative that A, nobody supports this president, and that B, unless you're white, you know, you can't be a supporter of this president. He had the most support from blacks, black male, highest in Hispanic. Even the Muslim Americans came out for him. It's estimated 13 to 18% on the exit
There actually
poll.
were a few.
Oh, that's all fake news, Terry.
No, it's
Oh,
not. He
yeah.
had a Muslim American coalition. I know some people in the Republican Party are like,
Yeah.
Yes, he did. You know why? Because extremists kill moderate Muslims more than any other group. So you think they want to come over here and have the government import radical terrorists? No, they're Americans
Mhm.
who happen to be
What do you
Muslims.
feel about his State of the Union?
The State of the Union, I think he rocked it. He knocked it out of the park. It was so awesome to sit there and watch. I don't you missed it probably because you were doing technical things. But one of my favorite moments, George, is when he was talking about the Family Medical Leave Act, or maybe I was talking to you guys about it. And then he lured them in because then he switched to the Democrats were like, yeah, finally they stood up there
Yeah.
clapping.
Mhm.
Then he lured them in and talked about the abortion that was
Mhm.
happening, the
Mhm.
abortion laws in New York. Our president is smart as a fox, you know. He's always thinking ahead.
Yeah.
I don't know what the heck Nancy was back there. I'm stealing this from a friend, but a friend of mine was watching it with us, and she says, "What's she doing, chewing her cud back there?" Because she's sucking on her teeth and everything, and shuffling her papers and all that stuff. I was waiting for Trump to turn around and say, "Stop that!
Yeah.
Cut that out!"
So
I
disrespectful.
I love the look on just Red Cortez the whole time doing that.
Oh,
Anytime they
Yeah.
pan on her, and then to Bernie when he started attacked socialism, that face of his, you know, it's like like he just seen a ghost. So you know, those are my favorite parts of it. The highlights.
it was bold. No
Yeah.
socialism.
With Cortez,
Oh, yeah.
I don't think she I'm not saying this to make fun of her.
You can make fun of her. It's
No,
okay.
no, no. But I'm trying to be serious. Like I'm saying, I actually honestly don't think she understood why she's there. I'm being serious. I'm not trying to make a joke. I'm
and
saying
no, you're right.
I don't think she's actually smart enough to comprehend what he was talking about. because the other Democratic
She
women,
has an econ degree, right?
I don't
economics
remember,
degree.
or
Yeah.
But she
I
was
thought it was women's
She
studies,
was
but
clapping. They told her to sit down.
Yeah,
Or they
they
told
did.
her to
Well, no,
watch
she,
it.
well, I
And then
was,
she high-fived the air that one time.
yeah.
I was like, oh my god. Single-handedly putting all the dumb jokes
Yeah.
to
yeah.
the side.
But I'm gonna count Red
That's what
Cortez
really
out.
make the New Yorkers feel really proud.
Well, what,
Yeah.
you know what? You were talking about this during when Brandon was here. You said they were mouthing "Watch Your."
Watch your ASS. I
Yeah.
have the video. I'll tag you on
Yeah,
it.
that's what it
And
said.
I want to slow it
I
down,
kept
but that's what
I
they
kept
told
repeating.
cinema.
Mhm.
What?
And
Yeah.
what's interesting is that cinema was actually clapping for a good cause.
Yeah.
It's a cause that we all, right wingers, Republicans, conservatives, should all support. It's the right to try, right? And that's what she was supporting. Like,
Yeah.
like
And I give her kudos for that.
ironically, the Democrats were against that. It's like, wait, you want people to be sick? You know, you don't want them. Isn't that your part of your slogan that you want people to be healthy?
Reproductive
Yeah.
health and you know you make
Yeah,
that
and
decision
so,
to your
yeah.
doctor. You know.
Yeah, so like cinema actually, I was really impressed that she didn't care what the other Democrats were doing. She got up and she started clapping it.
And even
She's
though
being
the-
honest when she did
And
it.
she stood
Yeah.
out with her.
And
big
even though the
dress.
girl
Yeah.
told her watch your ass, she just kept clapping. You know,
Yeah.
like, just kept
Oh yeah,
clapping.
it was
I
very
missed
Joe
that.
Manchin.
I missed that.
Oh yeah.
You know, I got it recorded, so I may even have it there, and I just missed it. Was that from Fox News? Were you watching it on Fox News?
I actually listened to it. I was paddling on the lake and I listened to it. So I didn't get all the
I saw the video.
videos.
But you know
And then
what?
we listened, but it was interesting to just
It's-
listen to it and
it's-
not be distracted by.
You get more because you're actually more focused on
Yeah, and then we got to listen to the rebuttal, and my fiance doesn't know. He's like, "Who is this?" I go, "Some black lady that lost in Georgia
Oh, yeah.
that owes the IRS money. That I don't even know."
Stacey Jones.
But it's interesting to watch someone who's not so politically involved. He's always been a Republican since he got naturalized. But he was laughing like he was listening to a comedy show because he's like, "You," like he couldn't even believe that she was saying these things. And I mean,
know,
she talked
but
about
that's the
prison
reality.
reform. I'm like, did you not see the guest there? The first guy that was after passing prison reform, something that Obama didn't do. Clinton did. Well, Clinton was the one that started it, but it was interesting to see that my phone got knocked off. So, but anyways, Jorge, what did you think? I know you've been back there. Come sit over here and tell us what you thought.
About
The State of the Union.
I didn't. I only heard parts of it. So
You can just hold it up and I'll go fix it.
I think he was very.
Yeah.
I think he was spot on. Because I didn't really watch the whole thing,
So a lot of people
what I did hear, I liked.
a lot of people that were, I was reading the comments, said I've watched X
They said it was
amount.
awesome.
I'm 70 something years old and I've never heard something this great.
They said it was awesome. They said it was spot on. They
Yeah, I
said
mean, how could you really criticize that speech?
he couldn't. He did it just. He said the right thing for our country.
Well, you obviously didn't hear Ann Coulter's.
No, I haven't heard Ann Coulter. What did she say?
Something about, being a wishy-washy crying speech and blah, blah, blah. She's so stuck on the wall. She wants a wall. She doesn't realize he's already put up walls
I
and
mean,
barriers.
I'm not gonna harp on her for that one. I agree with that one. Like for me,
But there's already construction going on.
yeah, but
We
it's in
just
the
don't hear about
same
it.
area. It's like the same
Yeah.
area. It's not like the real one. Like
Yeah.
for me, I wanted a wall instead of like tax cuts.
Yeah.
Like the thing.
To add to what Josh's saying, it's like it's not the actual wall that we all thought it's going to be. Basically, it's just the same old like, hey, let's fill this gap right here, something like that.
Yeah. Or just replacing
yeah.
current ones.
Well,
You know
that's
what's good, though?
basically what they need to do is fill the gaps that the Democrats left when they built and funded the wall.
Oh,
they
yeah.
were for it, right?
Yeah.
They're for all
Oh yeah, they
this.
were. That was the hypocrisy. They're all for the wall until, it became his rallying cry.
But I think it's good for Ann Coulter. Ann Coulter is very critical, but it's good because you need someone out there to keep on pushing and keep on pushing. And
Yeah,
that's
being
okay.
consistent.
And that's what's good about a Republican because we're not just lockstep. It's hard. It can be hard in a party because but it's because we're
Individual.
thinkers. We're
That's true.
thinkers, so we just don't fall in lockstep and follow whatever this is. Now, we're down to the last few minutes. We've kind of had an extended show. I want to apologize to our chipsters out there for being so patient with us. Poor George. George is trying to get the technical thing going. Terry, thank you so much for letting us kind of broadcast through her Facebook site. The guys were patient with us. You know, we have Republicans United here, and also now he's our cameraman. Josh is back there. He's with College Republicans United. He's the new president, your chairman, president. I
Yep.
got that going on.
There we go.
And I know your group is growing. These guys are so active, and you can support it. You know, if you want to donate and help these guys out, I know they could use a few bucks.
I like how they didn't get intimidated when they went out there at for Kelly Ward. They just stood their ground, and the message that you guys brought with those posters, the message you brought with the posters and what they said threw those protesters, you know, to the side, because you guys had facts, and somebody did a lot of work. I really commend you guys on that. The way those graphs were, they were just spot on. We kept pointing, see, look at the graph, you know. And
the facts, and then Jonathan Lyons supporters were like, "That's fake news." I go, "No, those are facts."
Well, Lyons came up to him personally to out him because essentially he got in his head so much, you know. It was like, I hate to say, it was like the art of the troll. It worked because he got triggered by it, and that whole time he had to do a smug attitude.
Basically, like if Lyons was a real man, he would have saw my sign, and Matthew was there. He's not here right now, but Matthew was there with me, and he saw us, right? But if he was a real man, he would have just ignored it, would have walked inside. Instead, he came all the way to us, told us, you know, hey, you know, you're not supposed to be here, get off property, and you know, he got triggered by some signs, you know.
Yeah, the signs were fact. That's what scared him, because of I didn't expect to see your signs so spot on with the facts, and that's what scared him, because it was graphs, and you know, with historic graphs, they don't lie.
Well, that young man, he actually got on where you guys, they had thrown you away from that area, but he was there with his signs, and he was standing right next to the Lions supporters. And when I found you and Matthew, and they're throwing you outside, and I was telling these guys, you know what, just do it, because you get all the traffic, all the people that come in, and they're going to see your signs. You know, this is a free country, and we should be able, we're not going to always agree with each other, but I also want to say, okay, maybe not every Republican you agree with, and that's just going to happen because we're human, but man, we got to keep the mission in mind.
Yes.
We got to keep the mission in mind. Re-elect Trump 2020. Get the candidates, like Terry is saying, we got to get some candidates. The young people, get them involved. And it's okay to disagree, man.
We've got to unite as a party. No more division, no more divisiveness. We cleaned up the GOP offices. They're clean. Everybody is working hard. Did she get a director already? Or
no, they're still working on that.
Yeah. And they're building up strength within the GOP, within the state GOP. The county is doing their thing, the county GOP. So
she's giving them tasks. I told her tasks. They're not just holding tasks to do jobs. You're going to do this.
So the
Kelly Warren.
Kelly Warren.
We had a rep come in and said, "I'm just not here with title to say hi. I actually have a task that I have to accomplish. My task is to help recruit and support candidates, and from the bottom up."
But this was a county?
Someone from the board. I'm terrible with names, but I thought it was nice.
Well,
they were at the Mesa Republican Club today.
So things are moving.
Things are moving, and Kelly Ward, I tell you, other than Trump, man, she's a hard worker. I can't keep track of her.
Well, if she's anything like, you know, her campaign, she is a mover and tireless. And I'll tell you, that woman, you would see her everywhere. And I don't know how she does it. She always looked good. Maybe she's a doctor. She knows how to take care of herself, and she takes really good care of herself. And on point, knows the issues. She's traveled the state. She knows her way around things. I think we're going to see really great things. She knows to call on people to get them in charge and do things. And if you want to help the party, maybe you can volunteer. Maybe you can write a little check. Whatever. Maybe you can even just call and say, "Hey, you know what? You guys are doing a good job. Thank you. Support you." Maybe you have an organization. Invite someone. to come and talk.
She
We're gonna have
would
Kelly on
yeah,
as soon as
she'll
she
take
can.
your help if you come down to the GOP offices and say, I want to volunteer. They'll find a task for
Yeah,
you.
answer phones,
And,
clean something
And
up.
you can help in any way you know, if you say, well, you know what, I got to stay home because I got a sick mom. What can I do from the house? They'll find something for you to do, phone banking or something. They will find work for you to do, jobs and tasks for you to do to help out.
You know
the
what else you
Republican
can do?
Party.
If you're on Facebook, I'm still locked out of Facebook, but if you're on Facebook, you can go to their site and share what's on there. Kelly's been really good. She's already getting her
Yes.
messages out, communications. Share that on your site. If you're
Yeah,
on
because when
share
you
that
reach
on your
out,
page.
it's like you reach out, your tentacles reach out to other people, and they share and they reach out to other people, and just doing that, you've done a lot for the Republican Party by sharing your thoughts, sharing how they, you know, what you can do for the Republican Party, and
Well,
how,
we are the Republican Party,
Right.
and a great way to start is by being a precinct committeeman.
and go out, knock on your neighbor's door, and say, "Come on,
Yes.
come to the meeting."
Oh, I'm glad
Just-
you said that too, because on Tuesday, the 12th, we're having our LD 27 meeting, and all Republicans are welcome. You guys need to come to one of those meetings too. And it's just
I might
down the street
attend.
from here. It's Dobbins and close to the Humane Society at Mountain Gate Clubhouse. We're going to have Sid De La Fuente is going to join us. Next month he's going to speak there. But we're going to have Stephen Richer, and he's the one, he's following like the funny stuff that's been going on at the elections. He's going to talk about that. He's going to be a speaker, and I know I've forgotten the other speaker that we're going to have. I can't remember. I usually have it on my calendar. But come, especially if you live in the South Mountain area, you might be interested in seeing what it takes to be a precinct commitment. Oh, that's who we're going to have. Jose Borajero will be there, and he's going to talk about the state level and keep you up to date on the different issues. Because that's the other thing too. You know, we're real focused on the federal stuff, but we need to pay attention locally what's happening. Oh, and one more thing. So we have an election coming up also for Phoenix City Mayor. Do you,
Oh,
any of you
yeah.
live in Phoenix?
Nope.
No.
No,
Nobody
I don't
lives in Phoenix. Okay. I live. Even you don't live in Phoenix either. Right. We have two Democrats running. If you ask me who I'm going to vote for, I'll tell you. Do you want to ask me who I'm going to vote for?
I already saw your sign.
Oh, man.
Anyway, so we have we also are going to elect a city council person
Oh,
in my
good.
District 8 as well. Unfortunately, I don't think there are any Republicans running, and that's where we're weak on that.
See?
We have like 6 candidates, so if we had run someone, we could have had a chance at actually winning. But you know, I really think, Terry, that a lot of Republicans, we've been so busy working, trying to make a living, and not paying attention to politics. But we are woke, whatever they call it.
Yeah.
And I think that I think we're going to see some much better days. I'm very optimistic.
Well, but I also, it scares me that we're not paying attention to the local politics, because that's where you get the school boards decide where the money goes. You get a bunch of red for ed people running your school boards. Good luck getting those school boards back. City councils, they go above the voters and they start passing taxes, and you're like, what happened? They're thankless jobs, but it's such a big thing to do for the community, and we need more conservatives to run. And there's I know a lady, I wish I had the information ready to help people, teach them what to do, where to get signs, how to get your name on the ballot, blah 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 blah, how to
run a campaign.
every part of it.
And I
whether
always
it's
like to
school
say
board or
this.
city council or whatever it is.
I ran for the Maricopa Special Healthcare District, and I served from 2008 to 2012. And I won out. There were 5 people running, 2 doctors and 2 attorneys and me, and I got 48% of the vote, so I won. And it was awesome. It was a wonderful learning experience. If you don't want to run for office, work on a campaign. Do that, because everything that you learn, it's very easy to criticize. That person. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. So I
But it's
encourage
worth
people
it.
to
It's
do
worth
that.
it. It's worth it when you see the wins. When we start winning elections again, when we start winning council seats, we start winning school boards.
Yes.
But we have to run first. You got to be candidates there
Yeah.
to run. And you guys, young people too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Even just run somebody. That would be really neat. Your organizations to have one person even if it's a school board position
Oh yeah.
or something.
Yeah, do that. Yeah,
City
get anyone.
council,
Great
whatever it is.
Oh yeah.
And
Like
then
Brandon over there is like, oh man.
Yeah.
So
well,
you
I mean,
know.
like it's worth trying. Like I tried when I ran for CD9, so
Mhm.
yeah. I mean, it was a good experience though. Like I talked to people and
And you
like,
met a lot of people.
yeah, and like what's interesting is that like people are. I was surprised at how many people were like get any experience in politics. I don't know if you know. Oh no, I need to tell them. To be honest, no, I don't have any experience in politics. Cool, I'll sign your.
And they use it.
Yeah. No, what's
Oh,
interesting. What's interesting is that
That's in my
but-
race. That's what I
but
said.
prior-
I don't have an agenda. I don't
Yeah.
have anything medical. I don't have an agenda
Well,
here.
yeah.
People like that.
Prior to that, many people did tell me, well, like you do realize no one's going to sign your petitions because you have no experience. Whatever you're supposed to shine. You have no right to run at all.
You have
right?
no right to.
Yeah. Someone told me that I have no right to run because I have no experience, right?
Wow.
But but when I looked at my signatures, I'm like, nah, these people proved that those other people were wrong, basically.
That's
Yeah,
pretty cool.
Because
Cool story.
a lot of Americans prefer someone who's a part of them, someone who actually thinks like them,
Who
who's
can
on their level.
represent them.
Yeah,
Yeah, and that's
you're
what
supposed to be a representative, not supposed to be some big corporate snob, like
Or
with
a lawyer.
a so-called experience, but then you don't get anything done in the first place.
Well, and people
Yeah.
don't realize that. Even like to be a Supreme Court justice,
Yeah.
it's really not even required. You would actually have to be a lawyer.
Yeah.
You don't have to even be a lawyer. So you can say, well, you're not qualified. But maybe you are. Maybe you are the wisest person.
Well, the qualifications,
You
for
actually
example,
know the
for
Constitution.
Congress is that like you got to be 29 years old, U.S. citizen, and lived a certain amount of years in the United States, and you got to live in your state. Like in Arizona, you don't have to live in the same district to run for a certain.
Right.
You
People
can
don't
be-
even know that.
Yeah.
You're right.
But like basically, and same thing when it comes to sheriff. You don't need any law enforcement experience. All you gotta be is 25, and again, no criminal background, and Arizona citizen. That's it.
You can,
Wow.
you could be a Muslim, you could be an ISIS supporter, and you could have a picture of Osama bin Laden and be an elected congresswoman with a headdress.
Yeah.
I saw the picture. All three of them were sitting at a table. They had Osama bin Laden's picture. They had the ISIS flag up, and they were U.S. congresswomen. They were Muslims. And they swore the allegiance on the Quran. So you can be anything, like you said.
Yeah, I mean, like when people say, "Well, you're not qualified." Well, no, legally I am qualified. These are the qualifications, and that's it.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't say you gotta be a lawyer. It doesn't say you gotta be a police officer in the past or former military. Like it says, hey, you meet the age requirements, you meet the citizenship requirements. Boom, run for office.
You could be like, what's her name? Acosta? What's her?
Ocasio.
Ocasio-Cortez.
You could be one of her. Brainless
Cortez.
So you know, as
Alex,
brainless as she
Senate.
was,
Mhm.
she beat out an incumbent
An
that was
incumbent.
in line for Nancy Pelosi's position.
Good. At least
The
another
establishment.
establishment guy.
He refused to debate her. He just,
Oh.
he's like, what am I going to debate her for? What she did, you call her dumb or whatever. She went door knocking.
She did?
She did her job.
That's
Oh,
what you do.
She
Like you said, you
Did
know
what she
that
had to
I
do.
haven't run for no office. I'm a waitress. That's all I did. I
Yeah.
was a waitress.
A waitress made a bartender.
A
Basically.
bartender,
Yeah.
yeah.
Bartender is a congressman.
Oh, yeah. Well, a reality TV show guy ran once and made the White House, so hey, it's possible. So
I liked the story too because I really didn't follow when Trump was. What was the show they used to do? Where he said,
The
Apprentice.
Apprentice.
But my girlfriend said, she goes, you know what? I supported Trump from the beginning because I didn't. He wasn't my first choice. And she goes, I did because I watched that show, Alice, and what I knew about that man is he had no trouble making decisions.
Yeah.
And that was
Mhm.
interesting. That was an interesting thought.
And
That's
if
what
you
she
read
said.
his book, his books, I mean, they're spot
Real
on.
deal.
He puts people that know a particular field. If he has to build a golf course, he picks the best green people. He brings in the best hotel builders. He brings the best caterers. He hires the right people for the right positions, and he comes out with a masterpiece of a golf course
Mhm.
or a
Okay.
hotel. He puts the best people in that hotel, and he expects them to do their job. He's a businessman.
Has anyone been to Trump Tower or?
The Trump Hotel.
Oh, the hotel. Oh, I went to.
in Washington D.C. and then the one in Vegas, and
Oh,
I will
gotcha.
tell you, all employees speak very highly of it because a lot of the employees are like
I mean,
in
they're not-
D.C. are
saying he's a
usually black or Latino.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
like, he's a great,
Oh
great
yeah.
person to work for.
I
We
would-
get great
Did you go to
benefits.
Church
Yeah, I went there, and there was a lot of people and like destroyed the narrative. I mean, if you go there, definitely get the taco salad. It's one of the best things
Ah,
ever.
and then
So-
put I love
yeah, I really did that. I did the whole.
I think everybody.
Yeah, everyone. It's almost like a pilgrimage. If you're a Trump
Yeah.
supporter, you got to go there and just get the photos. It has like the elevator that he came down in. It's like
Or
good
you
place.
or you could be like Romney. Have you been to Staples? Some of those people are clueless in Staples.
Oh yeah. Oh man.
And he owns. Doesn't he? He owns. He's the owner of Staples.
He is.
Oh, he
Yes,
is?
I don't even know.
Oh, I have no clue about that.
Bain Capital, does that mean Staples is crashing out of business?
Well,
Okay,
they're
I'm not going to
closing
say
a lot.
anything bad about Staples because I went to Staples today. That's where I got this beautiful banner. And that's over on Osborne and Central. And
No, but some of
Bella
them-
and Doug took wonderful care of me. They know me by name now.
But some of
And
them
I just
you-
want to say thank you.
But some of them you go and they can't answer your questions or they're not satisfied. Then you could tell. Compare them to the people working for Trump,
No, yeah.
and that's why I think Romney is. He's going to be like Flake. I hate.
Oh, he is. Oh, yeah.
But you know
out of
what?
touch.
Here's the thing about those kind of, because Romney, I got to meet Romney when he was running for president. And I think he would have made a pretty good president, better than the alternative we had. But
Yeah.
those people, okay, if you don't like our Republicans that are in office,
Yeah.
keep the pressure on them. Every one of them represents you. Even if it's not your congressman from your district, they still represent you in the United States. Call their office, write them a letter, tell them you're unhappy, let them know I'm a Republican. You guys too, you could unify as your group and say, we really think that you should rethink this position, or here's what here's our opinion, because they represent you, and why not? You're
The
essentially a
Democrats do
Republican.
too.
Do it, and the Democrats.
That's
do
why
as
I
well.
approach them too. I'm
Exactly.
like, they're like, well, why do you go? I'm like, I pay their salary, number one. Number two, they're there. I'm an American. They're Americans. Like Trump said, we want to win, not for Republicans and Democrats, but for Americans. I wish we would get back to that. But I hold them accountable too.
There you go.
And we
All
should.
of them,
But
from
what-
the Black Caucus to Nancy Pelosi.
But my point is because a lot of Republicans were like, "Oh, that Republican," he says, "Well, okay, you don't agree with what he's doing? Call him and let him know, or let her know, whatever." We gotta
I
make
wrote
sure
I wrote
absolutely
Jeff
right.
Flake a long letter in DC. I was waiting for him. I did get a glimpse of it and yelled stuff at him. No profanities. And it
Did he
took
write
like
you back?
7 months later.
7 months later. Now, do you think he wrote you back or
Somebody
staffer?
else did.
Some staff.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if they because DC you can go to everybody's office and
Yeah.
run into Cruz and you just
Oh.
run into people, and I was trying to run into Jeff Flake and
Mhm.
7 months later. Because you can't find him here. He's
Oh,
over
yeah.
there.
No doubt. Yeah.
Like we call him Jeff Flake the fake.
Yeah, we have people on our end that went to his office and just pasted like a letter condemning him for, him not supporting Kavanaugh the first time, saying, "Oh, I need to go with my liberal colleagues to do the investigation." It's like, oh, come on, we know why you're doing this. It's for the president. And we even had someone like Lauren Chin that we always bring in, keep hitting him up on Twitter to keep calling him out. It's like, this guy's a joke, man. So, it's just like those typical Republicans. Ugh.
He kept the pressure on him. And
Yeah.
Kelly Ward, that's why he didn't run.
Mhm.
Give him Dr. Kelly Ward.
Yeah.
He got out of the race.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because if he ran against Kelly Ward, I'm pretty sure he would have lost. the
Yeah.
primary.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're down to our last few minutes. We kind of had an extended show here, but it's been a great one. We started out with Brandon Tatum, and he's going to come back. We got to get chips and salsa. You know what? We're going to have to
Yes.
start that tradition again. Sonia Siegert, our producer, she always had chips and salsa for us.
Yeah.
She kept us spoiled, and then we got away from that. So we need to bring that tradition back again.
No,
We're always happy to have our friends back from College Republicans United, Joshua
Yep.
Bernard, and also Republicans United. So he's not in college, but he still has Republicans United for if you're not in college. And that's Mark Grigoriev. Thank you so much for coming in. Our
Yeah.
wonderful friend Terry Mendoza. Terry, ex-Dem MAGA from
Ex-Dem
California.
Latina.
Yep.
And
Very good.
she's attracting more Cali conservatives. Just bring them in. We want conservatives from California. And George is doing all the technical stuff today. So thank you very much.
We're on
George.
YouTube. We're on YouTube.
Oh, yay!
Let a conservative talk. what is it, conservative talk?
Conservative Salsa, Conservative Talk, Sonia Salsa S. Next week, George, you know who we're having? And you guys are always welcome to come back anytime. Jesse Romero's going to be here.
Ah, good.
Yeah. He's a Catholic Republican evangelist. Nancy Brady might be here too. Do you know who Nancy Brady is?
Jesse, what is he from California or?
Originally from California.
He's.
lives
I
in
met him at
Arizona.
the Republican National Hispanic Assembly. Ask him about
Awesome. Is he going to be there next week?
that. I don't know. Is he here?
should be. Yeah, he's in Queen Creek. They live in
Wait,
Queen Creek.
he was from California and he moved here.
They've been here for a couple years. Anita is his wife.
I
Just
gotta make
remember,
sure it's the right
Used to
one.
be on.
I know because
radio.
I'm like anybody with a Spanish surname, I DM on Facebook. Hey.
The Jesse and
There you
Terry
go.
show.
Wait,
Jesse and Terry
no,
show.
I didn't. No, maybe. it's
Okay,
a
well,
different
after the
one.
show,
Okay.
we'll talk about
We'll figure it
it.
out.
Anyway, it's all good. So thank you very much for tuning in. We'll be back next Thursday. That's Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day, yeah. Maybe I'll bring some chips and salsa to the Valentine's Day
That's
show.
the day that Arizona was founded. That's
That's
why
right.
they call it the Sweetheart State. I
Aw.
did not know that. I learned something new today.
We're so good about that. Okay, any other last announcements or closing statements?
Basically, I'll just say, follow Republicans United on Facebook, like us, and if you're interested in joining and becoming a member, because our goal is to reform the GOP. So if you're
Can
not,
we join too?
yeah, so if you guys are not in college, please join us. Message us on Facebook. Just look up Republicans United. And for the college students,
You can hit me up, Josh Bernard. So you can find us on campus. We meet every Monday, 6:30 in BAC 201.
Nice.
So, if you're a college student and want to hang out, get involved. We'll bring in speakers. Hit me up and we'll get you in.
They have great
You
speakers.
do. You guys are
They
killing it.
really
Yeah.
do.
Oh yeah, we got some working on in the pipeline right now. So
Oh,
Yeah.
you know what? I have to ask you real quick though before we sign off. So, what do you think about the Ben Shapiro thing in the Grand Canyon?
Oh.
You know, he was invited to go speak at Grand Canyon College. Then they didn't want to speak. So then the college said, "Yeah, come back." And he
Oh,
said,
yeah.
"No, I want to deal with that group."
I can see why. I mean, heck, they did it to us when we tried to bring in Milo a long time ago, and they tried to give us static about that. They literally called us and were like, "No, you can't do that." The worst part there was it's a public campus. It's a college,
The
a public school.
university told me.
Yeah, and it was like, okay, so it's not a shock. I mean, to be honest, I'm still waiting just in case they try to call us in for Juanita, in case they try to say no, you can't,
You probably
because.
don't know yet.
Oh, well, we did get an interesting email that kind of already said we're aware of your event and it could be possibly, disruptive. Yeah, so that's why now, we're still like on the watch. They haven't like called us in or made like any other moves, but we're just on the lookout still.
Wow.
So welcome to university campus this day and age, and.
I
Yeah.
went back to school and I'm waiting for somebody to say the wrong thing.
Oh.
I'm old, I don't care. And I paid cash from high school, so you better be. I know nobody has said anything. I literally am waiting. I'm like, come at me, one of you professors. Right now, do it.
Bring it,
Yeah.
man. I wouldn't do that to you.
No, I'll do it with a smile too.
But thank you very much for tuning in, Chipsters. We'll be back next Thursday here hopefully on YouTube and Facebook. I'm going to try to lock into Facebook again. I'm sorry if you've missed me. Maybe you have missed me. Maybe you're happy I'm not on
Facebook
there.
jail.
But I'm going to try again and hopefully get in. But it's been kind of nice having that little vacation. So we will see you guys next week, Thursday, and you guys are welcome back anytime. Thanks so much for
Thank
coming
you.
in. All right. Take care.
Yay.
Bye-bye.
Walk
Bye, everybody.
on.
Walk
Walk on. Guacamole. Guacamole.
The guacamole with the jet bull. That's how it is.
Guac on and the molcajete. Right on. Thanks, guys. Really appreciate it.
Yeah,
so
no
much.
problem.
We didn't even talk about the border disorder. There's just so much to talk about.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Ton of topics.
All the
Someone's dropping your
caravans that are coming up.
I know.
Okay, why don't you guys take some pizza? Because we
Cool.
don't eat that much